What's happening, guys? Welcome to part 4 of how to build a sentiment analyzer using Yelp business reviews. Now, in the last video, we went through how to clean up our data set. In this video, what we're going to do is we're going to go through the process of lemmatization. Now, if you don't know what lemmatization is, what it really means is to take any word and transform it to the base version of that word. So rather than having different word endings and different inflection points, we've actually just reducing that word down to what it truly means. So for example, you might have words including am, are, is, and what will actually happen through the process of lemmatization is that word will be translated back to just be, because it's the ideal of being. So lemmatization basically cuts down the number of additional words that you've got in your text, and that helps to basically condense, again, really hone down on what the message is of that particular piece or body of text. There's another process which is typically used when doing something like this or doing similar types of work, and that's the process of stemming. Now, stemming is pretty good as well, but what it can do is take away the actual meaning or the context of that word. So for example, the word because might just be translated into CAUS, which isn't really a word and doesn't really give you too much context. Let's go through it. So up until this point, we've got our data frame into a pretty good state. So we've got the initial review, we've got our metrics, we've got our reviews at each stage of cleaning. What we're going to do now is add one additional column, which gives us our clean data, and eventually we're going to drop all of this anyway. So again, keeping in the theme of keeping this nice and tidy, we're just going to add a little bit of markdown, and we're going to call this lemmatization. Alrighty. So to lemmatize. Now, in order to lemmatize, what we're going to be doing is using TextBlob. Great name, if you ask me. So TextBlob is a really great package, and it's a pretty lightweight or high-level or highly abstracted language processing toolkit. But it does have a great lemmatization functional method. So for that reason, we're going to use TextBlob. So to do that, or the first step in doing that, is to import it. So we'll actually import TextBlob, and we're going to import it. So from TextBlob, import Word. Boom, successful. Now, what we're going to do is going to loop through each one of the words, and we're going to lemmatize each word. So to do that, we need to loop through each word, obviously. So we're going to grab our clean review column, and we're going to go through each. So we'll use the apply method. Lambda, I can never spell that right first up. And we are going to go through each word. Word in x.split. And rather than just returning word, we're going to do a few extra things here. So we're going to, first up, we're going to convert it into a TextBlob Word object. So it's going to seem weird, but Word to TextBlob Word object. And now we're going to lemmatize it. And we're going to do that simply by using the Lemmatize method. So Lemmatize. And what have we done? X is not defined. Where are we? Lambda X, word, Lemmatize. And X is because we need to join it. Dot join. And add another one there. Boom. All right. So that's lemmatizing, and okay, that looks like it's lemmatized. Amazingly, that looks like we've got a slight issue there. All right, not to worry, but that's run the Lemmatize function. Now we're going to store that, and I think let's say Lemmatize. Right, okay, so that gives us our lemmatized review. So we've basically condensed the words back down to their base format, and now we're finally ready to get onto our sentiment analysis. Stick around, step 5, we're going to knock this out.